Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and with the double XP weekend now announced for February the 19th, I wanted to make this video to talk about the top 5 skills that I personally recommend you train for double XP. You may have other needs for skills to train, and honestly, it's never really wrong to train a skill on double XP, but these are my personal picks for the best skills to train on double XP. So without further ado, we are going to get into number 5. Alright, so coming in at number 5 may be a bit controversial, but it is Slayer. Now, the reason that I recommend training Slayer during double XP is because not only will you be getting Slayer XP from killing monsters, but you will also be getting a ton of combat XP in whatever style you are using. If you have things augmented, you will in turn have things to siphon for invention XP, and invention level is increased by 50% per double XP. So basically you'll be getting increased leveling of your items in terms of invention on double XP while you're doing Slayer. You will also be collecting charms, which can be very good to be turned into summoning XP. And you will also be getting a ton of natural resources as loot, which in turn can be sold for increased money on double XP, seeing as all resources are pretty much going to be raising in price during double XP and the lead up to double XP as well. So if you're not 120 Slayer and you're not really sure what you want to train for double XP, I think Slayer is a very, very good choice to jump in and start grinding out some tasks, and I think you'll be pretty happy if you end up training Slayer on double XP weekend. Alright guys, so coming in at number 4 on our list is going to be Construction. Now, Construction is a skill that's always cost a decent amount of money to train, and it can be pretty boring. But now, coupled with construction contracts and double XP can be a nice way to train your construction, and it will really cut down the cost of money spent, seeing as it's doubled XP. This would also be a really good time, if you haven't yet, to use up your built-up protein planks that you have. You might have gotten them from Treasure Hunter or from different events, but using these up for even more XP while basically paying nothing for training construction on double XP is really, really good. All in all, I think that if you need 99 construction, this is a very solid skill to train on double XP to save you a ton of money. And who knows, maybe in the future, Jagex will be doing a construction rework or possibly making construction an elite skill. I personally hope they do that, because on a game like old school Runescape, construction in your player-owned house is much more useful, and there's a ton of reasons to use it in old school, but on RS3 there's not a ton of reasons to use construction on RS3, not very many. So now may be a good time to train it to 99 or even 120 if you think it could be turned into an elite skill. But yes, double XP of course will save you a ton of money training this skill. Alright, so coming in at number 3 on our list is the newest skill, Archaeology. Now, this skill is available to train on double XP weekends because the grace period has run out, but they do it a little differently. So the reason I recommend training this skill in the first place is just because of how good the Archaeology skill is for general buffs to PVM and also skilling. It's a really important skill. I would say Archaeology is one of the core skills now to support your PVM and all your other needs. I compare it to something like how dungeoneering back in the day, everyone wanted to do dungeoneering because they could get chaotics, and chaotics were really good for PVM. Well, it's kind of like that for Archaeology. You can get some really good buffs for PVM that are basically just passive from Archaeology. You can get a ton of good skilling buffs and stuff like that. So just like Invention, just like Herblore, it's a very important skill for PVM, so I really recommend to train it on double XP. And the reason you want to train this skill on double XP is because Archaeology benefits a little differently from double XP weekend than other skills. What happens is on double XP is that with Archaeology, your base precision will be increased by 50%. This means you will get 50% more artifacts per hour from excavation. And also, all the XP you get from excavation itself and screening is also doubled. This is a great way to stack up a ton of extra artifacts to restore for a ton of XP and trade in chronotes or tetracompass pieces. However, you will not get double XP from restoring artifacts, which is why this skill isn't a bit higher on the list. But all in all, I feel like it is still a good skill to train on double XP because, a decent amount of XP will come from excavation, but then you'll also be getting more artifacts and things per hour. So that is really nice as you can save those up to restore and get a ton of XP. And also the more artifacts you're getting per hour, that means you'll be able to complete collections faster and things like that. So all in all, I feel like this is a pretty decent skill to train on double XP, and the skill is just so good in general. That's why I recommend training it. Alright, so coming in at second place is going to be the summoning skill. Summoning, as we all know, is a very, very expensive skill. You use charms and spirit shards and secondary ingredients to make pouches, and it will cost you a ton of money. The good thing about double XP is you're basically cutting your costs by about 40%. The reason you're not cutting your costs in half is because secondary ingredient prices will raise a little bit in price before double XP if you don't buy them early. So we have to factor that in. However, I recommend buying your secondary ingredients now if you haven't already. I still remember training on double XPs in the past and using all my blue and crimson charms to work my way up to a pack yak. And it was a great feeling how fast that XP skyrockets up, and I was gaining so many levels. I highly recommend training your summoning on double XP if you still haven't reached your goal of something like 96 summoning for a pack yak, or you have a lot of charms stacked up. If anything, at least go and use your blue charms on double XP, as this will save you a ton of future money. So you might as well take the plunge and use all your blue charms, and you will not regret it. And now, finally, coming in at number 1, you all knew it was coming, it's Herblore. Herblore is one, if not the most expensive skill to train in the game. So training this when double XP is on is a no-brainer. With the skill also becoming an elite skill recently, the need for 120 Herblore is higher now than ever to get things like Elder Overloads, Adrenaline Renewal Potions, and much, much more. Herblore is just a must. Training this skill on double XP is an insanely popular skill to train, and there will be thousands of players doing it. So make sure you get your supplies early and get stocked up and lay out a plan of everything you need to train your Herblore. Another tip I have for you, if you're making any sort of tradable potion or something like a vulnerability bomb, the price will drop dramatically during double XP as more people in the game will make these items, the supply will be up, and the demand will be low because not a lot of people will be PVMing because it's double XP. But rest assured, they will go up in the coming weeks after double XP. So make sure to hold on to your tradable potions if you can, and wait to sell them after double XP has been over for a while. This is truly, in my opinion, the best skill to train on double XP, and it will save you millions upon millions of GP. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. I thought this was an interesting topic. I know people have done things like it before, but I just wanted to give my take on this. And that's something I guess I need to do more. A lot of times when I make videos, I tend to look at if anybody has done anything similar. I just don't want to do the video because I just feel like nobody's going to want to watch it. But, you know, I'm kind of coming to realize that people a lot of the time watch this channel because they want to hear my opinion on things. rather than just get the information in general. So I'm going to start doing videos that I want to do, that I'm interested in, rather than just doing things that haven't been done yet. So that's kind of why I decided to do this video. Of course, like I said, there's other people that have done things like this, but I just want to give my take on it. And I hope these tips kind of could have helped you out, and hopefully you can figure out the best skill for you to train on double XP. And I hope you guys have a really good double XP weekend. And before I end the video, I just want to thank all my channel members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I actually have a new Discord that is in the description. That should be in the description now, and it's free to join. Anybody can join. There will also be special channels for channel members where we have tons of cool things. So you can click the join button below in the description, or one that pops up on screen, to look at and possibly join my channel memberships to support the channel. And you can get a ton of cool perks like the special channels in the Discord. I'll PVM with you, all kinds of cool stuff. So check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.